Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. And hopefully you guys are having a fantastic afternoon on this Friday, inauguration Friday, I guess. Some of us got off a bit early, some of us didn't work at all, but you know what, we still getting paid. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about being a new enthusiast. If you are a new enthusiast, this is mainly for you. If you are a beginner enthusiast and you are looking to get into, you know, enthusiast type vehicles, performance driving, you know, really learning how to, you know, what a car can do on the performance end, and what the characteristics are of certain vehicles, you know, so you can better be suited to, you know, more, I wouldn't say suited, but more educated in making your choice on what vehicle you decide to choose from. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys 5. Oh man, that front lip, boy, we've had snow here for the last, I want to say, week or so, and that I bought some 3M tape or some 3M spray, and it looked like it held for like a couple of days, but I still need those. It looks like I'm gonna need those pop clips. But being that my training is over, as you can see, my location where I normally film at right now is, you know, this is where I train at. So being that my training is over, this car will be getting substituted out for the 86, so I'm not really too worried about fixing that front lip just yet, because it'll be parked for a couple of weeks. So I'll definitely address that you know, sometime early next month or something like that. But anyways, I wanted to you know, better educate the young enthusiasts in this video and give them, from my opinion, the top 5 vehicles as of today, 2025, in this year. If you're just saying, you know what, I think I want to learn how to drive, really drive, you know, even if it's not necessarily a manual, but you know, this is my channel and you know, I drive manuals, so I'm going to definitely cater to manuals here. So for those of you who don't care too much about manuals, then this, I mean, I think each of these cars that I'm going to mention anyway has they have autos as well. They have auto options, but I'm going to predominantly talk about the manuals. So today in this video, I'm going to give you guys a top 5 list, and this is for a beginner's budget. This isn't necessarily for somebody who has a lot of money to spend, because then that changes. You know, those cars kind of change depending on how much money you can spend. So I'm going for the very basics, and then I'll throw some honorable mentions in there as well. So stay tuned. And again, it's going to be my top 5. Please let me know at the end of this video in the comment section, what would be your best 5 vehicles if you were a beginner enthusiast driver and you're looking to start out driving a car. But without further ado, here is my top 5.
Are you paying attention? Good.
Number 5, the Subaru WRX. Hello, look where I'm at. You know, I am in here, and I would say the reason why I would say this is one of the best, the top 5 as far as enthusiast vehicles. One, they do offer an auto for those of you, like I said, who prefer the auto, but this car is competitively priced. It is below the market value, the average value of a you know, a first car. So you could probably get this car from around 30, I say a good one, a good used one, for around 32, and then maybe one with a little bit more mileage on it for like 26,000. And the good thing about this car is all the powertrains are the same, so you're not missing out if you get the base model all the way up to the premium or the limited. So in my opinion, this car probably holds the best value out of all of them. One, because you get the practicality, and two, you can't go wrong with either model. The only difference between the base model and any other model that you possibly get, I believe, is no fog lights for 2022 and 23. 24, I believe, has fog lights. Oh yeah, no, yeah, 24 has fog lights, but the earlier models don't. And then you miss out on heated seats, which, depending on where you live, heated seats may not even be a necessity for you. But the reason why I mentioned that this is the better value, well, probably the best value, is because you're not missing anything as far as the powertrain. You're still getting the same FA24 turbocharged engine, 2.4 liter. You're not missing out on any of the any crazy features other than seats and maybe adaptive cruise control, which, again, that really doesn't matter to me. I have the premium trim right now, so in my opinion, the premium trim is just fine. And I got the one, I purposely got the version without the eyesight and all that stuff, just because I had a scare with my 10th gen Civic Si that just decided to randomly brake on me. So I really don't like the emergency braking systems in cars right now. And maybe I'll get over that prejudice someday, but until then, I like to get the models without the extra, electronics in it. So that would be number 5. The Subaru WRX, the VB, is definitely a hell of a buy, and there are plenty available as well. So just take your time shopping, remember your budget, and I believe you could get one for $33 and below. So I think you'll be fine with that. Number 4, the Civic Si/Integra. I'm gonna throw both of these in the mix just due to the fact that they are pretty much the same car. It all depends on what you want out of the Integra or the Civic Si. If you prefer hatchback format, I know recently, especially in the 10th gen, a lot of people complained that the Civic Si wasn't in the hatchback. But now the Integra exists in the 23 form, which is a hatchback. So if you prefer a hatch, 200 horsepower, pretty fun car still. I've driven a couple of them. They're pretty fun. I don't think that they are lacking in any stretch, by any stretch of the imagination, especially on the in the real world, on the road, just due to the fact that on the street, you're really not gonna be driving that fast, and it's still quick enough to kind of get you out of sticky situations. So the Civic Si, along with the Integra, it will probably be number 4 for me. Number 3, the Elantra N. I think still to this day, the Elantra N just really don't get a lot of love right now. I do follow a couple of people on YouTube who predominantly drive Elantra Ns. I just kind of follow it slowly. It's one of those cars that I admire from afar, and to be honest, you can get one of these used. I still track those prices from around 30, 32, low mileage, low to no mileage, 33, maybe to 30. I haven't seen anything below $30,000. So, you guys let me know if you've seen any around that price, but I've kept up with it quite often, and actually I almost bought that car instead of this one. So I don't think it's anything below 30,000. So just be prepared to spend 30 for an Elantra N if you want one that got maybe 5,000 miles or under. I think that's probably around 30,000 or a little bit more than that, depending on the mileage. So like I said, I think that's one of the best values you can get. Almost 300 horsepower. The DCT is great as well for those of you, like I said, who want to drive automatic. And to be honest, the manual is fantastic. I mean, like I said, I've driven that thing a few times, and in all honesty, that thing it's a hell of a car. And people who track the car definitely put their stamp on it and say that it's very reliable on the track as well. No real issues. Obviously, you want to, throw some cooling mods. If you're running any turbocharged engine that's going to run hot. You kind of want to throw some cooling mods and some air oil separators in there, but that's just basic maintenance, you know, preventative maintenance stuff that you want to throw in almost any track car you got, you know, you put on the track. So no big deal. The car still runs great. I haven't heard any reliability issues with the vehicle, so you know, that'd be a hell of a car to start with as well. Comes with the spoiler, nice little aggressive look. Some people hate the 22 version of it and they like the facelift, the 24 version. It all depends upon you. Like I said, if you're just trying to have some fun, looks are subjective. I don't think the car front end is that bad as people say, but again, that's all up to you and how you want to spend that money. You know, I'm not it ain't my money. So if it was me, I would get a 22, get a cheap one, and just have some fun with it and go to town. And people are starting to mod them too, so just keep an eye out for those. If you planning on getting an Elantra in, make sure you do your research and see how people are making power if you are interested in stuff like that. Number 2, BRZ GR86 twins. You know this car had to be in there. You could easily find an 86 twin for $24,500 to $32,000, $33,000. Obviously brand new, $34,000. If you're creeping around $31,000 to $32K for a 86, just go get a brand new one. It's just better, especially if you know you got a down payment. To be honest, the best value you're gonna get is just going to go get a brand new one. I haven't heard of any issues, of anybody having any issues finding these cars. So in my opinion, if you're creeping around the $32,000 range for a used version of this car, don't get it. Just go get a brand new one, because it's just too close for me to recommend you know, getting that over a brand new car that nobody drove in. So and you might even get a deal on some of these cars. You just never know, depending on when you try to buy it. So you'll be surprised. But like I said, if you're not getting this thing for under $30,000, go get a brand new one. I think that's just the best way to go for it right now. So, because there are plenty out there. So like I said, you know, 25, 26,000, 27,000, sure, I can definitely advocate for a lightly used one. But if you're, like I said, if you're creeping around 31, 32, just get a new one. Save up a couple of G's. You already are going to make this investment into a car. You might as well save up a couple of $1,000s and just go ahead and you know, get a brand new one. Get it, you know, get that new car smell, get that new everything, all the perks that come with a new car, fresh warranty, everything. And just know that you're the first one to drive it, that break-in, everything. You know, if anything, you'll probably develop a better relationship with the car knowing that it's brand new. But yeah, that's just my opinion. One of the best handling cars in the game, especially for its price point. Definitely punches above its weight class. 230 horsepower, definitely can make more power. People are starting to supercharge them now. People are also starting to turbocharge them. I think all you need really, which is coming in the spring, is a baffle, an oil baffle pan, or just some mitigations for oil starvation if you plan on tracking this car. It's a hell of a car. I've tracked this thing on numerous occasions, so I could definitely stand by this car. As you guys know, I own one and I love the hell out of that car. And I could definitely tell you it's probably one of the best cars. The shifter, fantastic. Handling, fantastic. Throw some tires on it and put some brakes on there, and you are probably one of the best cars out there as far as, you know, driving dynamics go and experience. So I would definitely say the 86 Twins is something that you definitely should look at. BRZ 86, most people seem to be going towards 86. They always sell more because they look better naturally to the untrained eye, but I believe that the BRZ has a lot to offer as well as far as the way that they look, because I think, to be honest, they look more Porsche-like in the front, and you can kind of mod your car to mirror more like a Porsche than you could with the 86 because of the big front grille on the 86. But the 86 looks good on its own. I mean, I have one, so, and it's a hero car, sort of, from, you know, initial D and all that stuff. So yeah, last but not least, the best car you can get as an enthusiast, the Mazda Miata. I don't really give a damn which one you get one. If you are pushing, if you have another car that you have, like, you know, another practical vehicle, if you have another practical vehicle that you can take your kids to school in, or do whatever, take them to soccer practice, whatever it is that you guys do in your free time with the family, if you got that vehicle sold up already and it's already in your lineup and you're looking for something else, there's no competition. It's the Mazda Miata by far. Probably the lowest horsepower out of all the cars that I named, right? Naturally aspirated, best, probably the best manual transmission other than Honda, which is saying a lot. It's still up there. Honestly, they're a toss-up. I've driven both, and in my experience, the Mazda responds equally as good. I think, me being a Honda boy previously, I'm a little biased, and I just say Honda naturally has the best manual transmission in the game right now, but I think Mazda is definitely close up there. You got the convertible top, so it's very versatile, and the drivetrain is perfect. The power to weight ratio is perfect. There's really no weaknesses to this vehicle other than practicality, but I wouldn't even call that a weakness, because as I mentioned before, if you already have that car that solves that problem, the practicality problem, then there is no competition with this car. This car is by far the best vehicle. The only problem I would even mention with this car is one thing, and it's a height requirement. It's that simple. With that being said, guys, that's all I got. And please let me know if I missed a vehicle, if I didn't mention any beginner enthusiast vehicles. I think I have like one honorable mention, and that would be the Veloster N, well, two. The Veloster N and the GTI, the Volkswagen, the Mark 8. I think they're on Mark 8 right now. Those you can get around like 32 and below. If brand new, you can get at like 32,000. So, and the Veloster N they don't make anymore. So if you find a used one, just try to find one around like the 25-30,000 mile range. That's usually how I kind of shop. I really don't get anything higher than that. If I do, it'll definitely have to be a car that I absolutely love and I know everything about it. But you know, with you guys being beginners, you don't want to get a car that high mileage. So just to be on the safe side, fellas, I would definitely recommend getting a low mileage Veloster N or a GTI, if not a brand new GTI. So that's all I got. Please let me know in the comment section below, what car did I miss? What car do you think a first-time enthusiast buyer should go and grab? And let's talk about it in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.